Hello, I'm Jerry McKee here with Sophy Mitchell, and we're at the Cross Keys house, and I guess you can call us the modern day Ghostbusters. What have you heard about the stories of the ghost here, Sophy?
I've always heard that there's a lady in the window up there that people see when they drive by at night.
Yeah, well, when people come by and see something like that, I imagine these signs didn't stop them very well. I would speed on through it. But tonight, we're going to bring you some interesting stories about the Cross Keys house. Earl Sprouse is with us tonight, and he will be guiding us here at the Cross Keys house. We're hoping to see some ghosts. So, I'm Jerry McKee, and this is Sophy Mitchell, and we're going to be in the house tonight, at midnight tonight. Hello, I'm Jerry McKee, and you know what? We're inside the Cross Keys house, and we've been setting up a lot of camera, a lot of audio equipment, checking the ghost box, and we feel the vibes here. I tell you, when we was upstairs, I felt cold chill bumps. I felt my hair stand up a little bit, so I feel there's presence here, and I'm here with Earl. He takes care of this place here, and he comes in early in the morning, sometimes at night in this place, and he kind of makes little sounds coming through here, and he hadn't heard somebody talk back to him yet. And I'm going to let Earl here tell about this woman behind us, about the ghost that people sees here a little bit, and he's going to tell you just a little bit about this lady, and then we're going to take a trip upstairs and let people follow with us, okay?
Okay, thanks, Jerry. Yes, this is Miss Mary Whitmire Davis. She actually lived here, and she died upstairs, which is the bedroom that we'll be going to. She died around 1888. That is her ghost that we actually think is seen in the master bedroom. And you'll see that area in a few minutes, and she is seen sometimes at the window looking out, with especially the neighbors that are going into Union see her standing at the window, maybe holding a candle, because this is way back before electricity in this house. So, but the story really that is amazing is we had a couple come through when Miss Ola Jean Kelly was the museum director, and she was here with a couple. These people had not seen this Miss Whitmire Davis, Miss Mary Whitmire Davis, and they were upstairs looking at one of the bedrooms, and this gentleman was staring at some shoes that you'll see in just a minute. And Ms. Ola Jean asked him, did he pick up something that was wrong with the shoes? And his wife said, well, he sees things that other people does not see. So she said, well, all right, sir, what are you looking at with those shoes? The lady of the house that owns this house that was here, is she happy that we're here? And he said, well, I don't think she's mad, but I don't think she's really happy that we're here and all. And so Miss Ola Jean said, well, can you describe this lady? What does she look like? And he said, well, she has high cheekbones like an Indian, and she has black hair, which is split in the middle and combed on both sides. She has a black dress on with a white lace collar. Now, they were upstairs. He had not been in this room here, which is the house library. And so when they came downstairs, he came through this door to our right here, to your left on the camera. And he said, there she is right there. That's the lady I saw upstairs. Wow. So, you know, it makes you wonder if he really was seeing something that nobody else saw.
Well, that's why we're here tonight. We're hoping to, we feel the presence, but we're hoping to see something that we can show everyone out there that, you know, she exists. She's harmless, but she exists, and we want to meet her. We're going to be doing going upstairs and looking at her bedroom, the shoes that we talked about that moves, and also we'll be doing this in infrared. So if it sees it black and white, we've cut the lights down to where we can get the special effects without the light blinding them also. The ghost.
Right.
So we're going to get started right now.
All right, come on, we're going to go upstairs and actually see if we can find Miss Mary Whitmire Davis in her bedroom. Come on, let's follow us. It's right through here. This is where she is always seen. Actually, this is the window where the neighbors always spot her standing, looking out the window. And she's been seen on numerous occasions. And of course, this would be Miss Mary Whitmire Davis, who lived here when Confederate President Jefferson Davis stopped. She died in this room, 1888. So that is probably the reason that her ghost comes back here. But one of the instances that happened to me, though, is one Saturday I was locking up the front door, and I heard something drop upstairs here in this very room. And I hollered up the steps. I didn't come back up the steps, but nothing was out of the ordinary. So I locked the front door and set the alarm and went to work and came back the next Saturday. So the next Saturday we came through and I was showing 4 ladies. And we came through the same route that we took up those steps. And as we were going from this bedroom to the other bedroom, which is Aunt Sophronia Whitmire's room, one of the ladies kicked something on the floor. And it happened to be one of these fennels that is on the curtain rod, which is the extreme southwest corner of the bedroom. All right, and where that curtain rod fennel rolled is from there right across the floor and all the way past the bed and the couch back here. So it came this route here, and it landed right inside this door, which is Aunt Sophronia's bedroom. Now, what we never could figure out was how in the world something that football-shaped would go from there to here in a straight line. Because I tried it with a tennis ball, tried it with a baseball, and it wouldn't do it. So I have never understood it. And Jerry, actually, where you're standing right now, I was showing this room. I hadn't said anything about Aunt Frony's bedroom here and either the ghost right there at the window. And this young girl was standing here, and it was 90-something degrees, so it was hot. And this young girl, she shivered, and her mother said, "What's wrong with you?" And she said, "I believe I've got like a cold chill run up my back." And then she looked right straight at me, and I was standing right over here. And the point blank she asked, "Was this place haunted?" And then that's when I proceeded to tell her about the fennel of the curtain rod falling off and rolling over here. And actually where that was almost where she was standing, where it came across. So that was pretty eerie also. So they have seen Ms. Mary Whitmire Davis, and she probably is holding a candle. That's what, because this was way back before electricity. Since she died in 1888, naturally there's no electricity in the house. Now, but the next room is where the funniest, oddest thing happened as far as when we mentioned those shoes downstairs. Step with me in Aunt Frony's bedroom and we'll tell you the story of the haunted moving shoes. About 2 years ago, there were 3 ladies from Charleston, and they belong to what's called the Southern Ladies Society. They come to all the plantations and they get permission to spend a couple of nights here, and what they do is they live as we're back in plantation days. So there were 3 ladies. This bed was actually in that other bedroom over there. Shoes, and these are the haunted shoes that move. So we always ask people never touch those shoes because they move. Anyway, this lady went to bed that night. And like I said, there was 2 other ladies in the other bedrooms, and they slept all night long, never heard anything, never felt anything. Got up the next morning, went downstairs and ate breakfast and came back upstairs, and she changed into her big dress that she was going to wear that day. And she came back upstairs, and that night when she went to bed, she'd put these shoes on the floor. Well, when she went to have breakfast, she came back up the steps, and as she got ready to go to that armoire, she looked, and these steps were miraculously back on the steps where she moved them from the night before. She didn't say anything. They worked all day that day. And then the next night, she went to bed. She never heard anything, never felt anything. And that night when she went to bed, she on purposely left the shoes there on the steps. Slept, went downstairs, all 3 girls, got breakfast, and she told the girls, "Don't move, I want to prove something to myself." She came running up those main steps that we came up to the first bedroom in there, and miraculously, these shoes were on the floor from the steps. They had moved from the steps to the floor. Nobody was up here. All three girls were downstairs eating breakfast in the kitchen. So they never figured out, and they told absolutely nobody till a bit later that these shoes had actually moved on their own. So it's a little bit of conjecture how these things move. But this is Aunt Sophronia's bedroom. Aunt Sophronia was the lady. She was about 15 years old, and she was the one that helped her mother serve Confederate President Jefferson Davis on April 30th, 1865. And this would be the spookiest place of all, because it's totally dark up here. Now we're actually going, Jerry, up on top, the very top floor. This floor was actually used as a schoolhouse, and it was also used as what's called a wet weather playground. This is where Miss Davis or Miss Bobo, who originally built the house, this is where she would allow her children to go upstairs and play when it was raining outside. So let's go up the steps and see what we can find. Be very careful. Now this is another location where either Mrs. Davis or Mrs. Bess Long Wilburn has been sighted looking out this particular window here. As during the reenactment times in April, we always have the reenactors are camping here, and one lady in the master bedroom. But it would be curious to see if we could call some of them forward and they would make themselves known. So maybe they might do that before we leave.
And let me turn this on here, and you can listen to anything that's coming across here.
It's the way it sounded like somebody was bouncing a ball on the wall.
No, I wouldn't.
Like, after you would ask me, was I making any noises?
Yeah, we hadn't even gone upstairs. Because I had heard something down here like rattling, and I thought it was you opening the bag of chips.
Like, those two rooms, well, yeah, the two rooms up there.
Yeah, they're both been.
Yeah, both been.
I kept hearing, it sounded like a ball hit the wall.
Can I give up? I don't know if that was an old or a fly when I saw something.
Yeah, it's
just-
a bug. I just didn't know before. What we need to do is turn all the lights off in the house, go upstairs, be really quiet, turn that little ghost stuff on and start asking questions. And after we ask the questions, be very quiet. Because those two mics up there will pick up probably anything that is there. We can play back and listen to it. Maybe one person goes up there and asks all the questions.
I think something like we actually saw something else from the reflection of that light on, but that would be, that's what I was looking at, that would really be spooky there.
I'm waiting for the third one to be for that.
And going out and then more.
But obviously have to be, she was doing what was doing.
Yeah. Was it possible matter?
To go there for a little one, and then,
It's simply more
and
dark.
all of the fucking light up and on. I think it's
Same. There would be one that's all right on this house. Okay, you see, and there's that one here. see if I can not.
Really? Well, that we had, during, relaxation, Jack Burnett got out here early. Huh? Yeah, this was about a 4 to 8 foot, and he threw it in the field back there. Well, that rascal came back in this way, and I had to catch him. I had to catch him by the kitchen, and took him over and threw him in that cow pasture. And I politely told him, don't come back this way either.
Seems right on top of my finger right here. This camera I shut off in just a second, but we'll get it back on. That's what that little noise is.
Can anybody hear us? If you do, make a sound to us where we can hear you. You hear from? Let us know your presence. We'd like to know that you're here with us. Can you knock? Can you make a sound? Switch back to the shoes. Looks like the shoes kind of turned there, that one on the right. What do you think?
Could you move the shoes for us?
Let's look at your meter. Can you hold your meter up to the camera there and let us?
Did you say blanket? Oh, this is Jack, blanket, girl. Blanket.
We'll try to put this up where you can see. We're using a meter to measure sound waves, and we've been hearing when we ask about if she's present, could she let us know? Make some type of sound, and we heard a couple, but we want to hear more. We'll go look at the room and see.
You have like a really heavy feeling on my chest.
Miss Davis, Miss Mary Davis, are you here? Please let us know you're here and you're okay. We know this was your bedroom. Because you lived here until 1888.
Miss Davis, do you want the knob to go back up on the curtain rod? Is that something you like playing with, just to let us know that you're here? Let us know by tapping or give us a sign. Are you worried about your girls and your children? You let us know.
Did you say that you switched the beds? Mm-hmm. Maybe they were talking about the beds being switched.
Up in the bedroom, not the one with the shoes, but the little baby carriage to cause like a shadow.
Where's the shadow at?
It's like a line going up and down the screen.
The moving up and down Which part?
The one where the bedroom with the dress in it.
It just said needles. Sorry?
Yeah. Temperature change.
It did, yes, it.
Yeah.
More.
Here, so.
Ooh.
You can feel temperature change.
Oh, God, I got red, I wonder.
Ooh.
We feel you here.
Is it in focus? No? Is this friendly?
This is what?
Friendly.
Oh, good, that's good.
Mr. Davis, we're just trying to find out what we can do for you. What's something that you would like to know?
Could you move something in the room? To let us know that you're here? Could you say something? Or touch something? Is this one of the dresses from here, or?
Yeah, see, that dress was actually hang from his bed. We always had it draped on it from his bed in there.
There's one of
They
them.
brought the mannequin out here and they said, that would look pretty. I said, that'd be a good place for it right there where she always looks, where but the dress wasn't twisted like that. The dress hadn't been twisted like that.
Before y'all had walked down the stairs, I could hear one of the pianos.
Here, this one. You good? Could have been the piano over there is what it was.
Can you play the piano for us?
Now, you didn't get her smiling at us, did you? You notice how good she smiles.
Yes. Probably smiles now to leave me alone.
I guarantee you, get the heck out of my house. Let me rest some. Let my spirit rest some.
All right, it's 1 o'clock. We've got some great footage. We've got some strange footage, and we can't wait to get back and edit and look at some of the strange things that happened. We've heard piano notes, we've heard sounds, and we've seen shadows and some strange stuff. A hair on the arm standing up, the temperature changing from cold to warm. I mean, all the signs of someone, Miss Davis, being here. We talked to her. And Miss Davis, we're going to leave you alone now. And of course, William Earl's going to be here in the morning in about 11 hours to kind of take another tour through here and I guess be disturbing you again. But thank you for letting us come into your home. And please let us know anything that we can do for you, Miss Davis. William Earl, we really appreciate everything.
Jerry, thank you. I'm so proud that we could do this, and hopefully we can do this again.
I hope so too.
And maybe she'll communicate some more with us.
I hope so. Maybe tomorrow she'll leave you a note.
She'll leave me a note, or she'll at least let us know that she remembers us being here.
That's right.
Hopefully so.
And I'm Jerry McKee with J&E Freelance Media Services, and have a good night.